When my wife and I bought our home in a quiet suburban community just outside of DC, we were looking for peace. What we got was the exact opposite. The HOA here operates like it's its own private government. They issue citations for things like leaving trash bins out for 15 minutes too long or having a slightly off-color porch light. But the real issues began when I parked my unmarked government SUV in the driveway overnight. Now, I'm not flashy. My job requires discretion. I work in federal law enforcement, authorized to detain individuals during active investigations and trained in all the necessary legal protocols. But my neighbors, and especially the HOA president, Craig, had no clue who I was. That's just the way I like it. Until Craig got bold. The citation parade. At first, it was small things. A note on my windshield claiming my vehicle was unauthorized. Then a formal citation stating I was housing suspicious government equipment on the premises. I laughed it off. They had no idea the SUV was legally registered to a classified division under Federal Protective Services. I didn't want trouble. I just wanted to live quietly. Then came the warning letter. Failure to remove the unauthorized government-marked vehicle within 72 hours will result in legal action, including, if necessary, arrest by HOA enforcement representatives. That's when I stopped laughing. The confrontation. The next day, I came home early from a briefing to find two so-called HOA enforcement officers standing at the edge of my driveway. They wore matching polos, carried cheap radios, and had clipboards like they were casting for a low-budget cop show. One of them stepped up as I parked. "Sir, you've been warned. Your vehicle violates our community standards. We're prepared to detain it, and you, if it's not moved." I stepped out calmly. "You're threatening to arrest me?" The taller guy puffed out his chest. "If necessary, yes. We've notified local police, and we're authorized to act under community bylaws." I took a slow breath, then showed my ID, federal badge, division seal. Name, D. Mason, Federal Enforcement Authority. Their eyes widened. I added, "I have full legal authority to conduct detainment operations and investigations under federal statute, which means if you interfere with me or my work vehicle, I'm not just authorized to detain you, I'm trained to do it within regulation." Silence. The clipboard guy's hand was visibly shaking. The fallout. That same evening, I sent a formal complaint to the HOA board, citing the attempted impersonation of law enforcement, illegal threat of detention, and violation of federal vehicle use laws. I attached video from my driveway cameras, complete with audio. The footage showed their intent, their threats, and their ignorance of the law. By the end of the week, the enforcement officers were dismissed. Craig, the HOA president, was forced to step down. An official apology came via email, then another in writing. They even offered to waive all HOA fees for the next year as a goodwill gesture. I declined. What I did request, though, was mandatory legal training for any future HOA board members on the limits of their authority. They agreed. Life after the storm. Since that day, no one questions my vehicle. No one questions me. I still keep to myself. I still do my job. But now the HOA knows. Not everyone with a black SUV is some low-level bureaucrat. Some of us are trained to take down people who overstep their authority, and the next time someone threatens me with arrest, they better hope I'm in a patient mood.